Sometimes football's biggest stages can become the toughest places to breathe. The weight of expectation, the microscope of relentless media scrutiny, it's a pressure cooker that can suffocate even the most talented players. But here's the beautiful truth about this sport. Failure at one club doesn't mean the end of the road. Across Europe, there are sanctuaries where careers don't just survive, they flourish. These are the clubs that specialize in something extraordinary, turning forgotten men into heroes. Today we're counting down the 7 best redemption clubs in Europe, the destinations where players go to remind the world exactly what they're capable of. Kicking off our list in 7th is Real Betis. They might not boast the trophy cabinet of Barcelona or Real Madrid, but what they offer is something arguably more valuable, a chance to feel joy again. Take Antony. When the Brazilian winger left Manchester United, he was a shell of the player who once dazzled at Ajax. Then came Betis. Initially on loan, the transformation was stunning. 9 goals and 5 assists in 26 appearances. He helped guide them to the Conference League final and earned himself a permanent move. But what makes Betis special isn't just one player. Isco, once regarded as one of Spain's brightest talents, found a home here after drifting through Real Madrid and Sevilla, rediscovering the elegance that made him a world beater. The club's philosophy under Manuel Pellegrini is simple: play attractive football, trust your attackers, and create an environment where players feel appreciated. When Antony was unveiled, he broke down in tears, confessing that being at United was very hard, while Seville was more beautiful than Manchester. That emotional connection is what turns struggling players into believers again. Once upon a time, Ajax wasn't just a redemption club, they were a football institution that produced world-class talent like clockwork. But even as their dominance has waned, their ability to revive careers remains intact, given their 6th place position in our list. This is where Dusan Tadic went from Southampton's inconsistent winger to one of Europe's most creative forces, orchestrating Ajax's famous Champions League run to the semi-finals in 2019. Sebastian Haller's transformation was even more dramatic. After managing just 14 goals in 54 games at West Ham, he joined Ajax and proceeded to score 11 goals in just 8 Champions League matches, breaking competition records. His form was so electric that Borussia Dortmund came calling. Daley Blind too found his best years at Ajax after leaving Manchester United, returning home to win multiple Eredivisie titles. What the Dutch team offers is unique. The pressure is still there because expectations are high, but there's also a tactical sophistication and willingness to build around a player's strengths. In 5th place, we have Lyon, whose reputation as a redemption club is built on one principle: if you've got the talent, we'll give you the platform. Alexandre Lacazette embodies this perfectly. After 5 years at Arsenal, where his final season yielded just 4 Premier League goals, the Frenchman returned to Lyon in 2022 as a free agent, taking a 50% pay cut just to come home. The emotional reward was immediate. Lacazette became Lyon's talisman once again, scoring to become their 2nd all-time top scorer with 150 goals. Memphis Depay is another textbook case. After scoring just 7 goals across 2 miserable years at Manchester United, he moved to Lyon and exploded with 76 goals in 178 appearances, transforming from Premier League flop to one of League One's most dangerous forwards. The pattern is undeniable. Lyon gives players time, trust, and tactical freedom. Whether it's Ainsley Maitland-Niles finding regular minutes or young Endrick escaping Real Madrid's pressure to develop at his own pace and score a hat-trick in only his 2nd game for them, Lyon remains a club where careers are rebuilt with patience and belief. Now, we're entering elite territory. Atletico Madrid doesn't just revive careers, they weaponize players that other clubs have discarded. Under Diego Simeone's iron-willed management, Atletico has become the club where forgotten strikers remember how to score, and aging veterans find a second wind. Luis Suarez is the perfect example. When Barcelona decided the Uruguayan was finished in 2020, Atletico swooped in and watched him score 21 La Liga goals to fire them to the title at 33 years old. David Villa arrived at 30 and became their focal point, while Fernando Torres returned to his boyhood club and reclaimed some of the magic that made him a Liverpool legend. But perhaps the most telling example is Julian Alvarez. The Argentine left Manchester City in 2024 despite winning everything because he was tired of playing second fiddle to Erling Haaland. He has only gone on to explode, scoring 17 goals in La Liga last season in a largely defensive team. What makes Atletico special is their intensity. Simeone doesn't coddle players, he demands everything and in return gives you a system that maximizes your strengths. This is a club that doesn't just believe in second chances, they demand you seize them. If Atletico weaponizes discarded talent, third place Marseille transforms it into something spectacular. The passion of the Stade Velodrome can be suffocating, but for the right players, it becomes fuel. Mason Greenwood is the most striking example. After a deeply controversial exit from Manchester United, Greenwood joined Marseille in 2024. The move was polarizing, but on the pitch, the results are undeniable. 21 League One goals in his debut season, joint top scorer alongside PSG's Ousmane Dembele. 16 goals and 4 assists in just 26 appearances so far this season. Under Roberto De Zerbi's coaching, Greenwood has evolved into a player his manager believes could win the Ballon d'Or. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang arrived at 32 after toxic fallouts at Arsenal and Barcelona, then scored 30 goals in 51 appearances. Benjamin Pavard found stability here after an inconsistent Bayern Munich spell, while young Ethan Nwaneri is thriving in Marseille's high-octane environment. What sets Marseille apart is their fearlessness. They're not afraid of controversy, not afraid of taking gambles, and not afraid of demanding excellence. There are redemption clubs, and then there's second-place Napoli, a city that embraces outsiders like family and a club that turns doubters into believers with frightening consistency. Under Antonio Conte's management, Napoli has become the destination for Premier League castaways looking to prove they belong at the top table. Scott McTominay is perhaps the most remarkable story. Sold by Manchester United in 2024, McTominay didn't just settle into Serie A, he dominated it. 12 goals and 6 assists in 34 league appearances during his debut season, earning him the Serie A MVP award and an 18th place Ballon d'Or finish. His acrobatic bicycle kick against Cagliari sealed Napoli's 4th Scudetto and cemented his status as a club legend in less than a year. The Neapolitans call him McFratem, blending his surname with the local dialect word for my brother. Then there's Romelu Lukaku, who joined in 2024 after a disastrous Chelsea return yielded just 8 Premier League goals. Reunited with Conte, Lukaku rediscovered his devastating form with 14 goals and 10 assists in Serie A last season. Billy Gilmour, frozen out at Chelsea and Brighton, found regular football again. Rasmus Højlund, who couldn't get consistent chances at United despite his price tag, moved to Naples on loan and immediately thrived. What makes Napoli special is the marriage of tactical brilliance and emotional intensity. Conte doesn't just improve players, he transforms their mentality. In first place sits AC Milan, the ultimate redemption destination. This is a club steeped in history, drowning in prestige, yet willing to take calculated risks on players that other elite clubs have given up on. And time after time, those risks pay off spectacularly. Fikayo Tomori is the blueprint. Frozen out at Chelsea, he joined Milan on loan in 2021 and never looked back. He helped them win their first Scudetto in 11 years with the best defensive record in Serie A, was named to the Serie A Team of the Year, and earned an England recall after nearly 2 years in the wilderness. He told reporters that his time out of the Chelsea team felt more personal and harder to understand. But at Milan, none of that mattered. Christian Pulisic is another masterpiece. After years of injuries and inconsistency at Chelsea, where he missed 53 games across 4 seasons, he joined Milan in 2023. The transformation was immediate, 15 goals and 11 assists in his debut season. He became the first American to score in 3 of Europe's top 5 leagues. The American himself said the move changed my career around. Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Nkunku most recently too found their best form at the San Siro after years of struggles at Chelsea. What sets Milan apart is their identity. This isn't just a club looking for bargains, they're looking for players who fit a specific profile, hungry, talented and eager to prove themselves. The pressure is still there, but it's a different kind of pressure. It's the pressure to rise, not survive. And when players feel that difference, everything changes. These clubs prove that failure isn't final. Football is filled with second acts, and sometimes the most beautiful stories are the ones where the underdog becomes the hero. Do you think we left out any club? Let us know in the comments. Remember to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to the channel. Also, be sure to turn on post notifications so that you never miss out on any new videos. See you next time. Bye!